Yeah, this could be Christmas on the farm today. Went to an auction this morning with my wife's cousin. Estate sale. He died in February and they were selling off some of the equipment. A lot of it was rough. If you want to see any of that, you can go to Farmall Fanatics channel. He was live streaming there today. And for the lucky ones that were watching that, got to see my ugly mug on there. He caught me just as I was getting there. So there's the world premiere, My Ugly Mug on YouTube. So, but a lot of stuff, like I say, it needed work. There was a few deals there, probably. So a lot of stuff probably got overpaid for, but they're just cleaning up around there. But once I left the auction, I had to go pick up some stuff. And this is the one thing I picked up. One, a cheap date. We got getting ready for corn silage. Got 2 of them bags are for me, and there's another person. Normally we do 2. It might be 3 over there. I have a feeling I'm going to need to get another bag yet. Maybe 2, depending on what they need to have done. Because if I get a good third cutting, I don't think I'm going to have enough bags. I'll probably have to get another one here yet. But since I had to go pick that up, I figured I might as well pick them up too, since I had to take the trailer anyhow. And I didn't realize this was coming in a crate. But we popped the top on it here. And I'm about ready just to roll this thing out of here, so we'll get that out and see, because it's stupid how these companies do stuff. But let me get this out and I'll get back to you. Here's what I got. It's the end gate for my manure spreader. And what's stupid about these things, they should know, they should sell this more as an assembly. The only way you can get this is if you buy individual pieces, or you buy the whole kit, which comes with all this, plus the brackets that bolt on the sides of the manure spreader, hydraulic cylinder, the hoses, and all that. And I don't need all that. I just need what's here. But like I say, if anybody knows anything about the manure spreaders, they just rust up, pit it out. And so like I said, I had to buy, there's 2 pieces, one on each side that goes here. Across here, it makes a dam so stuff don't spill out over the corners. This here's the gasket seal that goes across the bottom. Okay, they had that. But and that gets pinched between another plate and that. Well, the other plate's back ordered. So it's going to do me no good, really. What I'm going to end up having to do is probably get some washers to put on here to hold this on until they can get that piece in. I thought I could get the piece I cut off. So what happened, mine, it got weak in this area and it buckled out, and the beaters caught it and broke it across. So I took the Sawzall, I cut that off, took a piece of conveyor belting and laid it in here to take up that gap, because it ain't that very far. I mean, it worked. Well, in the meantime, this being more flex here, it got caught by the beaters and peeled all this up. So now I got conveyor belting from about here down. Well, you put anything in there and it just pushed that right out and everything falls right out the back. So I got to have the end gate. But so like I say, I mean, they should have just sold this with all the pieces that go on this as an assembly. So I'm going to have to say, back that up with washers. And then I forgot and didn't think about it. There's 2 rubber strips that go down here on each side to seal against the wall of the spreader. Well, I'm hoping, usually they ain't that bad of shape. The biggest deal is getting all them bolts out. I think the one that's on the spreader that I'm taking off, I can get them pieces out. But again, there's a metal strip that holds that on. Now this ain't as critical, just putting washers on. If I have to go get fender washers that are bigger around, that'll be fine, and that's not critical. Well, this is a little bit more, but like I say, I can get it on there for now. I'll just have to have a day where I'll have to wash it up, or I'm not scared of poop. I don't care if I get that dirty. Just them bolts won't be that rusted up where I can't get them off and put that other plate on. But like I say, for the money, what impresses me, they actually painted it. A lot of times you get parts nowadays that are not even painted. But that piece right there, what was that? That piece right there is $1,275. That rubber gasket or seal, that's $100. The piece that's back ordered, that was $25. But so that's what I had to run after. I don't know why they don't cap these. This makes a good spot for wasps to build a nest. I don't know how many times I've found them in there. But it ain't that big of a job. It's more it's awkward to handle. I mean, I can get that gasket on there. The longest part's probably going to be getting the gaskets off the old end gate here to do this. But like I say, I think they just cheapen these damn things up. Yeah, it's not cleaned up. Like I say, right now I'm pretty much hauling a load a day or so. Ain't really no sense cleaning it up if I'm just gonna haul it right away again. Scrape it up every so often. But here's what I got. Right now it's locked up in the beaters. This is all end gate right here. This should be wrapped around down here. This here's that conveyor belting. So like I got this much of a gap, and that conveyor belting just won't hold nothing. And right here's that other side gasket. As you can see this strip here, it's buckled right there. It's not that good a shape. Then again, I can always just get a Tractor Supply. They got metal stock. Just get a piece and drill the holes. I mean, that's all that is to pinch it on there to keep it solid. And I say, worst comes to worst, oh, that's amazing. They actually have holes on both sides, so it's interchangeable. To go from side to side. But like I say, I got rolls of conveyor belting around here. I mean, I could cut my own if I have to. So, but doing the end gate's nothing. You just take out this bolt on each side, take this bolt out, pull this pin, lift right off, slip it right in. But yeah, they've cheapened these things up over the years. This panel here, see right there, it's starting to crack. This is getting weak. You can see it flexing. Probably within the next year or so, that'll have to be replaced. I've replaced that on one other spreader. It's a job, but it ain't that bad. But that side don't look bad. This side's starting to hole somewhere. So years ago, these spreaders used to be a lifetime guarantee on these things. As long as the spreader worked, if there was any hole and there was only this panel and that panel, they didn't guarantee the end gate or this front panel. But the sides, if they got a hole in them, they replaced them for free. So if you have a New Holland spreader you bought back in the 60s, as long as that thing's running, if you get holes in it, you can get sides for them. They still honor that warranty, as far as I know. Being now, it's Fiat bought out New Holland. When it was Ford, they honored it. When Ford owned it, I think that's when they went to a 10-year or 12-year warranty, and now I think they maybe have a 7-year warranty. And they got a poly floor in them, where they used to be wood years ago. I don't even know if they warranty that a lifetime anymore. That used to be a lifetime warranty too, against warping and stuff. But they say this spreader's only 7 years old. I mean, it's something when you use it every day. I mean, you don't clean it up spotless. It's not like something you go out, use it for a week, you clean it up, and then it sits for 6 months. This is something that gets pretty much used every day. During the summer, I try to haul all the chance I can get. In the winter time, so this is when it sits now. In the winter time, And in the winter, it does get scraped off after every use because you leave manure around the beaters and stuff, and it freezes, and you can't turn them. You got to keep them cleaned off in the winter. But in the wintertime, I can stack it. This barn, I have a building to stack it in. In the heifer barn, we build a pile outside. So this barn here, and I don't even know if I'll have animals in this barn this winter. I'm gonna try to get them contained down to just one barn, but there's no place to stack it here, so I gotta load it up, and I either take it over to that building and spread it off, or take it over to the heifer barn and spread it off in the pile, or if I can get in the field somewhere, I'll spread it in the field. But usually we're in a snow belt. Usually we get too much snow to try to fight it out there. But that's what I'm working on here now. I ain't gonna get any more done today because it's been short time getting back here. In fact, I actually gotta try to get gotta get them bags unloaded right now. But so I say, I mean, I can make this usable for now. I don't think so. And I don't think them bolts over there, I don't think are come off too bad. I had another end gate around here off the last spreader I had. I replaced that the one time too, and thought maybe I could salvage parts off that, but it was a lot worse shape than I thought it was. I don't remember it being that bad. But the piece I cut off, the one that's on this spreader, it's all bent up. It ain't worth using, and that one over there was just gone. And I mean, everything was just shredded on the bottom at it. So that end gate was useless. I might have been able to salvage. That's why I bought this. It's just easier to buy all these new pieces, put it all together once and slip it in. And I didn't want to have to do this playing around trying to salvage from one to the other. But right now I'm not going to order them other side pieces. I don't know what they were, but how much they were, but they couldn't have been too bad. But like, I want this one new. You can see this is pretty thick gasket. The conveyor belting I got ain't very heavy. Plus it's somewhat wore out from the conveyor that it was on. It's still laying here. I was using it for something else there one day. But man, she's got the grooves wore in it. But this is why I used over there. I just cut it to width and drilled a bunch of holes in it and bolted it on to be able to use it. But it's thicker than what I thought it was. The reason I got this conveyor belting, the neighbor down the road here, he was logging at the time, and we were going to log out the woods up there in the pasture. But we had to figure out where we were going to take him to. He wanted to take him up here along the road, and he had been logging the woods on that side of the road. So he had the log skidder here, and he had this big bear claw chains on it, you know, go for digging. And it's like, how are we going to get that up there to see if we can cut a path somewhere? Because you can't take them chains up the road. So his idea was, he went and got this belting, and he was going to wrap it around the tire and fasten it to the chains, so the chains were inside the conveyor belting. Now, we got from here to the end of the driveway and they fell off. So we ended up taking the chains off, which is, taking them off ain't bad. It's about a 4-hour process to put them on. That's why he didn't want to take them off. But we took them off, went up there, and then found out we couldn't get up through that way. We ended up coming all the way down and bringing them up here into the yard over here. So, and frankly, that was a waste of time. We didn't get out of them what I thought we would get out of them. That was 3 years ago now. So it is what it is. So I guess I'll end this video here, because once again I'm rambling on for nothing. But I've been accused of not posting enough videos, so I gotta start making these segmented things so I can post every day, I guess. And that's what I'll do. When I get this started putting together, and then when I get ready to stick it in the spreader, I'll make up videos of that. And I got to get that done. Because I guess I got some sorghum Sudan grass that's about ready to be cut. So, got my second crop off, and corn's a ways off here yet. So, a lot to do and not getting nothing done. So thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you later.